Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be looking at some heroes that are missing in FC25 or some that should be coming in the next game. Now, I think there's actually two players that are still playing, but we're going down the Michael Essien route and we're just going to add them in because who cares? I think he was still playing in like FIFA 19 or something like that, and they still gave him an icon card, so I feel like this is allowed. Now, the first hero we're going to talk about is one of the most popular pundits in England, maybe not one of the most liked by many people, alongside Jamie Carragher, and that is his Mancunian counterpart, Gary Neville. If Jamie Carragher's got a hero card, we should give Gary Neville one. They both got added as icons at the same time, and then they both got taken out at the same time. I don't know why they both haven't been added as heroes at the same time. So I've given him this 86 rated cards. I mean, look. Do I really need to justify this? This man has won 8 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues, 4 FA Cups, and has played 601 games for Manchester United. I mean, if you're playing right back in one of the most successful teams in English history for that many years and that many games, you're one of the best right backs of all time, almost automatically. And by the way, we've given him whipped pass because this is a man who had a 31% crossing accuracy in the Premier League when they were counting the stats. And to put that into context, Saka, who's seen as being one of the best crossers in the world right now, actually probably the best, for this season has 31%. His overall career is much lower. But this season, an elite level crosser, Gary Neville had that as a fullback. So he definitely deserves to be a hero in my opinion. Now next up we've gone for Juninho, a player very much known for his free kicks, scoring 77 out of his 136 goals from those free kicks. Look, I actually don't know how great of a player he truly was. I don't know all that much about him, but I've given him an 86 rated card with 4-star, 3-star, power shot, incisive, and dead ball plus. Yeah, I think he's a player who just would suit the game well. Dead ball, just give him the play style. It's an excuse to have it on another player. And it looks like I've given it to another player. I actually don't know all that much about Dennis Irwin. I just know that he's from Cork, like Roy Keane, and I didn't say cock, I said Cork. And he apparently would have benched Gary Neville if he played right back more often, but instead he's moved out to left back. I think he also played for Leeds, Wolves, etc. But his most successful time was at Manchester United, winning a Champions League, 7 Premier Leagues, and 3 FA Cups. 2-star skills and 4-star weak foot, and yeah, very solid card overall. Pretty much the only reason he's in this video is because I've heard Roy Keane bang on about him in the overlap, and they had him on as a guest. And the next player is a guy who I think has been misprofiled throughout his career. In my eyes, he is not a centre-back. And that is obviously David Luiz. I think if he played defensive midfielder, he would be great. He was a bit too erratic, and I think that suits a defensive midfielder better than a centre-back. I mean, I've given him dead ball, power shot, long ball, and slide tackle. Dead ball being the plus. Another player with the dead ball plus play style, purely just because of his goal against Colombia at the 2014 World Cup, where he celebrated like an absolute madman. I mean, fair enough. I would too, if I could hit the ball that hard. Now, next up, we have a member of the Avengers, and if you can't guess who that is, it's Hulk. This is a guy who never really made it to that highest level, and actually, I can mostly imagine him playing at the World Cup, but he actually only played at one World Cup in 2014, where he scored 0 goals and 0 assists in those 6 games. I know not everything is about goals and assists, but I just thought he would have scored one. I've given him an 86 rated card, obviously with power shot. I mean, the amount of videos that were made of him like destroying a ball by kicking it so hard or killing a goalkeeper. I feel like this would be one of those cards like Alawiran that's low rated, but realistically he's still one of the best ones. I mean, dead ball, finesse, rapid quick step, 4-star, 3-star, he'd be great in game. And to justify him being a hero, we just need to talk about his 2010-11 season. One of the best seasons apart from the Champions League winning one for Porto of all time. They won the league, the Portuguese Super Cup, the Taça de Portugal, and the Europa League. So that's kind of the fraudulent treble. And Hulk had a big part to play in that. 53 games, 35 goals, and 27 assists. That is absolutely incredible, and for such a well-known name, I definitely think he deserves to be a hero. And now we move on to a man I was blessed to watch at Bayern Munich for, I think, 7 years, winning 7 Bundesligas, one of the most technically sound players of all time. It's Thiago Alcantara. I am honestly so shocked he's not a hero in this game. I thought he'd be boom straight in as soon as he retired, get one, but he hasn't. I've given him that 5-star, 3-star combo, technical plus, tiki-taka, incisive, long ball, first touch, flair. Only being able to play centre mid, but with those stats, where else would you want to play him? It never went as well for him as he and many people would have hoped for at Liverpool. He was plagued with injuries. He actually made around 30 appearances each season, but I think he will mostly be remembered for those injuries and that beautiful volley goal. And the next player is another Spanish centre mid, and that is Cesc Fabregas. Wow. A lot to say about him. At the time, in 2003, he was the youngest player and goal scorer for Arsenal at 16. He played at 19 in the 2006 World Cup for Spain, also the youngest to do so at the time. He was the captain for Arsenal in 2008. Not sure if that was the youngest of all time, maybe just in the Premier League era. This guy's one of the best passers of all time, hence why I've given him every passing playstyle except whipped pass, 4-star, 4-star. And let's continue. After his spell at Arsenal as well, he went to Barcelona for 3 seasons, just about missing out on their treble winning season in 2014-15. However, he moved back to the Premier League playing for arch rivals of Arsenal, Chelsea, where he played 4 incredible seasons, winning 2 Premier Leagues. He dropped a little bit deeper, became more of the playmaker, less exciting, maybe you could say. But yeah, I'm, again, really surprised he's not a hero. I think he's almost borderline icon. I mean, I could keep talking about this guy for ages. My favourite sort of player is that playmaker. So, yeah, I could ramble on for a while, but it's best that we move on to the next player. And this is a player I can't ramble on about for a while. It's Romario. Never seen him play, as I am not that old. But he's got 756 goals, allegedly. You never know with those Brazilians back in the day. 4th highest of all time, I believe, unless you're including Bican. But why not? Won the World Cup in 1994, scoring 5 goals. And funnily enough, when you actually look up Romario Ballon d'Or, it says he won it in 1994 with the Google AI suggested. But I was like, that's just definitely not right. I'm pretty sure Stoichkov won it that year, and he did. So Romario never won it. He actually was a legend back in the day on FIFA 15, I want to say. And I think that he probably could be a legend. But I feel like if they got rid of him, they're not going to bring him back just as an icon. They'd rather do it as a hero. I've given him the power shot playstyle just because, I don't know, that's how people kicked the ball back then. They kicked it harder. Literally no idea. 5-star skills because he's Brazilian. Next up is another one of my favourite players. I said playmakers are some of my favourite players, and this man is the definition of that. Mesut Ozil, one of the best players, if not the best player at the 2014 World Cup. I'm sorry, but it wasn't Messi. It was between Muller, Ozil, and Toni Kroos, in my opinion. But whatever. In his career for club, he had 645 games, 114 goals, and 218 assists, which is crazy considering he's a player that's not really judged off goals and assists. Probably could have stayed longer at Madrid, as he said himself, but he doesn't regret going to Arsenal. He was eventually forced out of the squad, however, by Mikel Arteta. Something seemed as crazy at the time, but I'm pretty sure he was just like playing Fortnite the whole time while they were having a bad season, so I kind of back it. Very good playstyles for the man. And the next guy, do I even need to say anything?
There's only one Zlatan.
Insert random Zlatan clip there. Which arguably should be an icon. I'm just putting him in as a hero because I kind of just want him in this video. And my god, this guy is the definition of a journeyman. Strap yourselves in for what I'm about to say. Although most of you would know anyway. He started off at Malmo, then moved to Ajax, then moved to Juventus, left in 2006 because of Calciopoli alongside many players like Thuram, etc. He then moved to Inter, where he was then swapped with Eto'o later at Barcelona, meaning he missed out on Inter's treble and he also wasn't there for Barcelona's treble. Eto'o being on the right side of that, winning both trebles, and actually the Barca one was a sextuple. He then moved to the rivals of Inter Milan, AC Milan, where he then moved to PSG. It keeps going. In 2016-17, then moving to Man United as an old player at the time. Then he retired at LA Galaxy, but no, he moved back to AC Milan where he played, I think, 2 good seasons, and then his legs kind of stopped working. 558 goals in his career. His best season arguably coming at PSG in the 15-16 season. 51 games, 50 goals, and 18 assists. And a thing that most people do know about Zlatan, but if you don't, it will shock you. He has actually never won the Champions League, despite playing for AC Milan, who have won it, Man United, who have won it, Barcelona, who have won it, Inter Milan, who have won it, Ajax, who have won it. You get what I'm saying, why it's shocking. And this card would be absolutely incredible, by the way. Acrobatic plus with those stats. Power shot, trickster, aerial, technical flair, dead ball. My God, this guy could hit a ball well. And what more can I say about Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
Lions, they don't compare themselves with humans.
Anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy the video. I wanted to balance it out and not just pick 20 strikers, so that's why, Dennis Irwin and all that were in this. But anyway, let me know if you did enjoy this video. I'm probably going to do one of these for icons that are missing. I mean, there's a lot of obvious players in there, like one I mentioned in this video. Comment down below who you think it is. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.